Hello, students. I hope everyone is well. So, I'm back with the second video of the first chapter, that is nutrition in plants. And in this video, we are going to continue with the process of photosynthesis. As you might be recalling, in the first video, we discussed about the basics of photosynthesis, and we also discussed the anatomy of leaf and structure of chloroplast. So, without further ado, let's begin. For that, I'm going to share my screen with you. So, the topics that we are going to cover include the process of photosynthesis, other modes of nutrition, and the basics of cell. So, in the photosynthesis process, first of all, it all takes place in the phototropic organisms, which are the green plants of our planet, and it uses the following raw materials. Sunlight and chlorophyll is obviously required, but carbon dioxide and water is used to synthesize the organic compound. I will just write the equation of photosynthesis again, which I also uh, told you in the first video, which is this. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide combined with 12 molecules of water to form glucose. Oxygen is released, 6 molecules of oxygen is released, and 6 molecules of water is also released. And this takes place in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. So, the process, when the sunlight, during the process, the sunlight is trapped by the chloroplast, the chlorophyll that is present in the chloroplast of the mesophyll cells of the leaves. This process of photosynthesis majorly takes place in the leaf cells. And which kind of cells in the leaf? The mesophyll cells in the leaves. So, sunlight is trapped by the chlorophyll molecules. Then, the chlorophyll molecules, which trap the sunlight, help in converting this light energy into chemical energy by taking carbon dioxide up through the tiny little pores which are known as stomata. They are also present on the undersurface of the leaf, more on the undersurface than on the upper surface. And glucose is synthesized. So this glucose that is synthesized, it is stored inside the leaf cells only, and it is ready to be transported to other parts of the plant. The water is also, along with carbon dioxide, the water is also absorbed through the roots. Along with water, minerals and salts also, they move inside, so that the process of photosynthesis, the plants basically have energy. The plants basically have all the raw materials for performing photosynthesis process. So water also moves up, carbon dioxide also moves in through the leaves, and glucose is synthesized in the mesophyll cells of the leaf. During this process, oxygen gas is also released. Okay, this is the whole process of photosynthesis that occurs not only in the green plants. Okay, it also occurs in the aquatic plants like algae. So, which are the basically the major producers of our planet. So, let's continue with the other modes of nutrition. Nutrition, as you already know, that it is the basic process by which organisms obtain food to gain energy for various processes, to perform various processes in their life. So, autotrophic organisms are those which synthesize their own food, and heterotrophic organisms are those which depend upon other organisms for food, which include fungi, amoeba, man. Heterotrophic nutrition is divided into saprophytic, parasitic, and holozoic. Saprophytic is the one where the organisms are depending upon the dead and decaying matter. They decompose dead and decaying matter and absorb the nutrition, absorb the uh, decomposed matter, basically, which is very common in fungi. And one such fungi is a unicellular organism called yeast. It is also common in bacteria. Parasitic organisms are those organisms which depend upon living hosts. Parasites are usually smaller and hosts are bigger. And parasites, they cause various diseases also inside the body of the host. This includes cuscuta, which is a plant. Plasmodium is a protist. Plasmodium causes malaria. Holozoic organisms are those organisms which ingest the food. This includes all the higher animals. Even amoeba does that, but through a slightly different process, which uh, includes phagocytosis of the food material. So amoeba undergoes phagocytosis. Okay, so holozoic, again I'm repeating that it is the way of ingesting the food material. Now, every process that is occurring inside the body, it is basically taking place inside the cell. Cell is the basic unit of life. It is a basic structural and functional unit of life. Every organism is composed of cell, and every organism is performing each and every function inside the cell. So cells are the basic units of life. They are not only involved in supporting our body, providing a structure to our body, they are performing every metabolic reaction that is taking place inside our body. For example, nutrition, respiration, it is helping in excretion. The cells are also involved in reproduction. If there is injury to any part of our body, the injured cells are replaced by new cells by the process of cell division. uh, they are continuously involved in fighting off infections in our body. So cells, if we say that it is the basic unit of life, that means it is performing every function that is going on in the body of an organism, be it a unicellular organism or multicellular organism. And in multicellular organism, we are talking about not only plants but animals also. Okay, either it is prokaryote or a eukaryote, all the functions are taking place inside the cell. Cell also are unique in having body's hereditary material, which is DNA. DNA consists of all the information that is required for the proper functioning of the body. Okay, and this is how, because of the presence of this hereditary material, hereditary material is basically, we say it is hereditary when the DNA basically is transferred from one generation to the next generation. That means from parents to the offspring. That's why we call it hereditary material. And in this process of hereditary, while the DNA is transferred from the parents to the offspring, the characters also from the mother and the father, they move to the offsprings, to the babies. So this DNA, due to the presence of the DNA, the cells can also make copies of themselves. DNA consists all the information. That means when the uh, what kind of infections the body is capable of fighting, that is present in the DNA. What kind of nutrients are will be used up by the cells is present in the DNA. What kind of protein will be synthesized by the cell is present in the DNA. So basically, all the information is present in the DNA of a cell. And this is the special property of the cell which makes it unique. Uh, Now let's continue with the questions. The first question is, which part of the plant is called food factory? So the options are fruit, seeds, leaves, and flowers. Out of all the parts, leaves are actually involved in the photosynthesis process. That's why we say that it is the food factory. You can also call it kitchen of the plant body. This is where the food is getting synthesized. Let's move on. The tiny pores which are present on the surface of leaves through which gaseous exchange occurs are called stomata, guard cells, food holes, gas holes. There is no such thing as food holes or gas holes, but yes, guard cells are present, but guard cells surround the stomata, and the tiny pores are known as stomata. So the correct answer is stomata. This is the region through which the gaseous exchange takes place. Carbon dioxide goes in, oxygen comes out. Next question is about the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms. The sun is undoubtedly the ultimate source of energy for all the living organisms. So the correct answer is solar energy. Obviously, water, wind, and not chemical energy, but water and the energy that we get from the water that is saved in the dams and the wind energy, it is very powerful and one of the most important alternate sources of energy. But these this energy is not used by the plants to photosynthesize. Solar energy is converted into chemical energy by the plants. So ultimate source of energy for all living organisms is sun, because we as heterotrophs are depending upon the autotrophs. So we are indirectly getting the energy from the suns, but still, yes, we are associated with the sun. We are getting energy, maybe indirectly, but from the sun only. So the next question is about the green pigment present in the leaves. This is undoubtedly chlorophyll. Albumin is a protein. Albumin and globulin, they are plasma proteins. They are present in our plasma. And hemoglobin is a pigment protein present on RBCs. Chlorophyll is present in the leaves. So students, we have completed the topics for this video. Stay tuned for the next video, where we will continue our discussion about the mineral nutrition and nitrogen cycle. If you have any doubts, you can post them on the forum. I will be happy to answer them. So, see you.